This is a redbud tree, and the blooms are not out all the way, but if you want to try them and see how they taste, they have a pretty good taste. Does anybody want to take it?
Yeah, I was just, you can eat red bud. I didn't know you eat them. Here, Mom.
I'm good.
Are you good?
Yeah, thanks. So those are called redbud.
I don't know why it's called redbud, because it should be called pinkbud.
It's not. It's red. You're just colorblind.
Looks pink to me.
No.
Purple.
The violet? Yeah, these are violets. Violets are pretty tasty.
Are you going to eat all of them, or are you going to give me one?
Well, we'll walk down through the woods here. This one is called purple dead nettle.
I'm trying to figure out how you call it, and I couldn't think of the name. What's it called again?
Purple dead nettle. One of the identifying characteristics is that it has a square, hollow stem.
Mm-hmm.
You can pass it around if you want. And the leaves do resemble the stinging nettle, but they're smaller. And it's very abundant.
Yeah, I didn't
It's, you can eat it raw or you can eat it cooked. I don't really like the taste of it very well. It's good for you, but the taste isn't so good.
As you can see. Sibling rivalry.
So the
You know
violet,
what that tastes like a little bit? Almost like a mild mint. Yeah, almost had like a mild mint taste to it.
the violet leaf has a very nice leaf, a heart-shaped leaf. These purple violets come out first thing in the spring, and then later we'll see some white violets and some yellow violets. Does anybody want to try it, how they taste?
I want to try.
Does anybody want to try a leaf? Violet leaf? I like violet leaves pretty
This
well.
almost looks like a pennywort also.
You don't have to eat it if you don't want to.
Just make sure there's no ants on it.
I saw an ant on it.
Extra protein. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Does anybody know what this tree is? Rough bark. It's called hackberry. And the birds really like to eat the berries from it. And I've eaten the berries too, and they're really tasty. They'll come out in the fall. What is this?
A tasty leaf. a God's salad.
Oh, yes.
Heart leaf.
Yes.
Food, eat me.
Yes. That's all true, but who can identify as to what the name of it is? These heart-shaped leaves.
Isn't it from a violet?
It is, yes, that's the violet. Yep. Yep.
I prefer heart-shaped salad though.
I would like to learn. There's Just take a sniff of it and then pass it.
Oh. That's what they used to make Easter beer, right? Yeah.
It'll have red berries later in the fall, and it has like really glossy leaves.
Isn't that what my grandma uses to make what she calls Easter beer? Yeah.
Oh. You can take the twigs and boil them and make tea out of it, or the berries.
You know what's the benefit of it?
I don't. I would have to look it up in my book. I don't remember. There is a medicinal benefit to it, but I don't remember. I'd have to look up in the book. Who knows what this is?
Wild onions.
Wild onions. Yes, they're very abundant in the fall and in the spring. We've been eating wild onions through the fall and all through the winter, through the spring.
You gave them to me.
Here is a yellow violet. They all taste the same. Yellow, white, and purple all taste the same. Wow. You want to try a purple violet? We should do a taste test, Justin.
Okay.
And tell me if you taste any difference between that.
Well, I just ate a whole bunch of onions, so. That one's a little sweet.
Any difference?
Almost the same. I feel like it's almost the purple one tastes a little sweeter though.
A little sweeter.
Yeah. I might have to try it.
Well, there's plenty more.
Lots of them.
Who knows what this is good for? This moss.
What is for?
Yeah. Well, there would be many different uses for it, but who can think of some? When it's dry, yes. This is actually fairly dry, so when it is dry, yeah, it makes good kindling. What else? I've never used it that way. It possibly could be.
I know, like plant flowers and stuff, they put those like around the roots to kind of protect it.
Yes, if you have like a potted plant,
Yes.
you could put it in with the soil.
I know what it's good for.
Okay.
Imitation Titus.
How's that? Oh, Justin. In a wilderness survival situation, you could gather a lot of this and dry it out, and it would be like insulation for like making your bed.
Oh.
Great idea.
And it is padding. And especially when this is dried out, but especially when it's more moist, it's like nature's toilet paper. If you're in a situation where you need some.
When they built like the log cabinets, they stick those in between the holes, like.
Oh, that's
Like
true.
insulation.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
That's actually right. How'd you know that?
Oh, I just saw on YouTube.
Oh,
Remind me of it.
Oh, here we have some black walnut trees. We were just in our nature study lesson, we were learning about black walnuts.
Which
And
one is it?
these ones that are kind of with the dark bark.
Oh,
One
okay.
there and one here. There's another one over there.
Yep. They have a really deep taproot that goes down really deep, very rooted. This is a wild rose. One of the first things that is starting to leaf out. And you can eat the young leaves.
You can, the flower can be tea too. I know that.
Yes. Yeah, they'll be little, they call them rose hips
Yes.
that you can gather in the fall, and they're high in vitamin C. You can take that and pass it along if you want to sample that. Tastes spicy. It's a little bit bitter of a taste, but not overbearingly. This is chickweed.
Oh, is that the one that makes really spicy?
No, this is not the spicy one. Chickweed is a wild green that is one of the first things to come out. Like even in the winter time, sometimes you can find it growing around here.
We ate some of this the other day.
It's almost ready to. Those flowers are almost ready to pop open. They make a salve, chickweed salve, that's very healing. And I like it as like a salad. It's pretty mild. It tastes similar to lettuce.
I think we ate this like 2 days ago.
Yeah. I think we had a salad, chickweed salad, the other day.
It smells good.
Has a distinctive, very round stem, and then the leaves come out opposing each other. See, they come out opposing. Yeah.
Let's take Phil.
The next one will be a little bit different. All right, come over here, Justin.
Yes, sir.
So, here's a review question. What kind of flower is that?
Is it chickweed flower?
That's a chickweed flower, yeah. Now you guys can pass this along. That's flowers that are opening up with the chickweed. Apparently this chickweed here has a little bit more sunshine, and so it opened up, blossomed. This one blossomed, whereas the other one had not blossomed yet.
Who do you suppose looked at on that? No? I don't know what you're saying.
Hey Justin,
Yes, sir.
here, open up your coat a little bit like that.
Okay.
Can anybody guess what this is called? Shake it a little bit. Shake it a little more.
How am I supposed to shake it? You want to try
Oh,
to get it
you're
off?
good. Yeah, you did it now. It's called cleavers.
It's called mine.
It's called cleavers because it will cleave to you. It has little hooks on it.
Didn't you just give that to me and then you took it back?
Yeah, I did. You can keep those, brother. Does anybody want to try cleavers? They're very mild tasting.
I'm sure they're all wondering if this is lunch.
This is like what would you call it? The appetizer.
Appetizer. She doesn't like that one much. It's written all over your face.
I don't like the picture.
It is a little bit spiny. Like if you put it back and you just crush it in your molars, you're fine. But all your greens that are like dark leafy greens are high in calcium. Good for your bones. Later we're going to look at stinging nettle, which is like one of the most nutritious things you could possibly eat. This is a real fun tree. It's almost like a trampoline. It helps you jump high. I'm trying to get the other one, but if I get both of them, I think I can jump higher. I can't quite reach it. Okay. Oh. Can't. Let me try one more time.
Let's see if I can give you a boost.
Just
Not enough boost.
That's a cedar tree.
Man.
You did get me up higher.
Did I?
Yep.
I was tempted to just get up there and jump with you.
Do it. Lemon tree, and in the fall it'll bear persimmons, which are pretty tasty. They're usually, the wild ones aren't bigger than that big. One of the distinctions with the persimmon tree is that the bark is almost in like little squares. It's kind of a distinct towards this particular tree. This is slippery elm. Also known as red elm. And you don't want to harvest all the way around because that'll kill it. But you can harvest strips of it. He wants to sample it.
You just chew on it?
Hey, you little beauty.
Be nice to your wife, Justin. Really slimy. Very slimy. That's very, very, very slimy. That's why it's called slippery elm. It's very nutritious. You could live on it. Has some protein and some carbohydrate. Has some vitamins and some minerals.
it's not slimy when you first eat it. Until you start chewing it.
You like to try
Slimy and slimy. It's like the opposite of
Who knows what this is?
Titus knows what that is.
This is clover.
That's a clover?
Yep.
That's the biggest clover I've ever seen.
There's quite a bit bigger than that.
Big clover.
It's
Yeah.
that's some white clover. It's a nice dark red stem there. It's a pretty bitter tasting herb. Good for you. Good for your blood. High calcium. I like to harvest clover, and when the beans are almost done cooking, put them in, and then they just kind of, they don't cook very long, but they kind of wilt down, and that's the way I like it. I like it better cooked than I do eating it raw. I mean, eating it raw is good for you, but it's just not as tasty to eat it raw for me anyway. Oh, it's pretty bearable though. So here we have stinging nettle, and if you have calluses, you can pick it and it won't hurt you. But you may see the little hairs on it. That's what'll kind of sting you. It's very, very high in vitamin K, which is good for building your blood, and it's very high in calcium also. And if you want to hold that for me. So you can eat it raw. If you wanted to wear gloves, you could pick it with gloves, and then if you took like a rolling pin or a mortar and pestle, or if you can also, if you had gloves, you could do this with gloves too. Once you smash it, then you can eat it and it won't sting you at all. Justin made some without smashing it.
Yeah.
And how much pain would you say it was? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much pain would you say that is to eat it without smashing?
Still deciding.
Let me see. I don't really want to do this. Is it?
You gotta get it on the left first. Ooh, there's one needle. I got a needle right in the right side of my tongue.
I don't know if I want to do this. There's quite a few more hairs on the bottom side than there is on the top. So if you roll it like a burrito, and you roll it so that those hairs are on the inside of your burrito, then you can also just wad it up and you put it in your teeth, and then you can eat it and it won't sting you.
He's staring.
The pressure's on.
There was this brother and sister that were like teenagers, and they were here to ride horses. And so I said, "Hey, Landon," I said, can I rub this leaf on brush this leaf against your arm?" And he's like, and I was doing this, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, sure." And so I rubbed it like that. He's like, "Oh, ooh." And he had never tried it before, and so then he's like, and he went to his sister. He's like, here, and she didn't know what it was, and so he got her stung, and then they were chasing around the yard trying to sting the other one with it. And I told her, I said, if he gives you a lot of trouble, maybe you should wake him up with some on his neck. She said, no, I wouldn't do that to my brother.
That's a good idea. I know a certain couple that have a hard time waking up.
Yeah, that would wake him up.
That would wake them up.
Okay, I'm going to do it without any treatment.
Okay.
I'd say on a level of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most extreme pain and 1 being the least, I'd say that's like a number 1.
Oh,
What would you say?
I would say probably the same. Except on the lips. It hurts more on the lips.
Really?
Yeah.
Then on the inside of your mouth?
Yeah. So that's why you bite it like that.
Oh, like you're careful to try not to touch your lips?
No, I mean, that's why because I'm making my lips stronger. You never know when you might need to be like a cow and just start eating this stuff.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
Justin, out of all the people that have come to visit, there's been a lot of people. You're the first one that's just eaten it. You inspired me to eat it without preparing it first. Woo! I guess I got some of the stem, and that stung me.
Brothers.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.